Tyrannosaurus rex, the undisputed king of the Cretaceous. With bone-crushing jaws and a blood-curdling roar, it hunted with lethal precision and ruled over a world teeming with prey. But what if one dinosaur made even T-Rex pause? This is the story of Ankylosaurus, the one dinosaur even T-Rex was scared of. Let's dig into the rise of the living tank. It began in 1906, deep in Montana's Hell Creek Formation, a site already famous for yielding fossils of Triceratops, Edmontosaurus, and the terrifying Tyrannosaurus rex. Paleontologist Barnum Brown stumbled across something different. Not sleek raptor bones, not towering predator claws. Instead, stubby ribs, blocky vertebrae, weirdly flat teeth, and strange bony plates. This mystery creature was eventually named Ankylosaurus magniventris. The name said it all. Fused lizard with a great belly. Fused because its bones and armor were interlocked like medieval plating. And great belly, due to its unusually wide and barrel-shaped frame. So strange was this animal that scientists created an entirely new family of dinosaurs, the Ankylosaurids, just to categorize it. It wasn't merely another plant eater. It was a paradigm shift, a dinosaur that made defense an art form. Over the years, more remains surfaced across North America in Wyoming, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, each adding new pieces to the puzzle. With more fossils, one thing became crystal clear. This was no ordinary dinosaur. It was the embodiment of biological armor. Picture a tank on legs. That's Ankylosaurus. Short, stocky, and insanely overbuilt. It stretched up to 33 feet long, weighed up to 8 tons, and stood about 5 feet high at the hips. Its back was a battlefield of osteoderms, bony plates embedded directly into the skin, some as thick as dinner plates. These covered nearly every inch of its top half, from head to tail, while horns flanked its cheeks and skull. Even its eyelids were armored. Let that sink in. Its armor was hollow underneath, like domes, allowing impacts to disperse like shockwaves. This is the same principle used in modern helmets, tanks, and bulletproof materials. Beneath the plates, a network of collagen fibers, tougher than those in crocodiles or armadillos. These acted like natural shock absorbers, strong, flexible, and resistant to tearing. The result? A dinosaur with skin tougher than Kevlar, one that could shrug off the bite of a T-Rex like it was a mosquito sting. Its skull was designed like a bunker, wide, flat, and triangular. The nasal passages twisted like a maze, possibly helping it regulate temperature or amplify smells. Even the placement of its nostrils may have helped with thermal regulation, making it better equipped for seasonal shifts. This wasn't just armor, it was evolutionary engineering at its finest. Defense was only half the story. Ankylosaurus didn't just protect itself, it struck back with one of the deadliest weapons in dinosaur history. Its tail ended in a massive bony club, composed of 2 fused osteoderms and backed by ossified tendons and thick muscle. This wasn't a slow, lumbering swing. This was a sledgehammer with precision. Recent computer models suggest it could strike with over 20,000 newtons of force, powerful enough to shatter bone in an instant. The swing impulse alone reached 4,800 newtons per second, over 370 times stronger than a professional baseball player. And it didn't need to aim high. The most likely target? A predator's leg. One solid hit to a T-Rex's shin or ankle, and it was game over. Some paleontologists believe the tail club may have even had multiple uses. Defense, obviously, but also combat with rivals, perhaps in mating disputes, and possibly even communication, like rattling armor to warn others. The club was strong, fast, and could strike behind or to the sides, perfect for blind spot attacks. It was, quite literally, the wrecking ball of the dinosaur world. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Fossils of Triceratops, Edmontosaurus, even hadrosaurs all show signs of T-Rex bite marks. But Ankylosaurus? Not a single confirmed attack. Coincidence? Maybe. But more likely, T-Rex knew better. T-Rex relied on ambush attacks, powerful but risky. It hunted creatures that were tall, exposed, and prone to panic. Ankylosaurus was short, low to the ground, covered in armor, and capable of breaking bones with a single swing. And worse for T-Rex, Ankylosaurus had excellent senses. Its sense of smell, enhanced by complex nasal structures and enlarged olfactory bulbs, likely allowed it to detect predators well in advance. Plus, its wide-set eyes offered exceptional peripheral vision. Ankylosaurus wasn't easy to sneak up on, and it definitely wasn't easy to kill. T-Rex probably looked at it the same way a lion might look at a porcupine. Sure, you could eat it, but is it really worth the pain? Despite its weapons and armor, Ankylosaurus wasn't a fighter by nature. It was a grazer, slow-moving, solitary, and low to the ground. Its wide snout and leaf-shaped teeth made it perfect for grinding ferns, horsetails, and shrubs. To extract energy from such tough plants, it likely relied on hindgut fermentation, a process where bacteria in its gut broke down cellulose. Think of it like a walking compost machine. Slow, but efficient. And that big belly? It wasn't just armor. It likely housed a huge digestive chamber, making Ankylosaurus one of the most efficient herbivores of its time. Juveniles, however, weren't born armored. Fossils suggest that younger Ankylosaurus had underdeveloped plates and no tail club, making them vulnerable. To survive, they likely grouped together for protection, forming living fortresses, with adults shielding the weak in the center, like modern musk oxen. As they matured, they went solo, armed, armored, and invincible. If Ankylosaurus walked the earth today, there's really nothing like it. Sure, we have rhinos, thick-skinned, bulky, and powerful. We have armadillos, small mammals with armor-plated backs. We even have crocodiles with ancient lineage and armored hides. But Ankylosaurus was all of that, combined, and then leveled up. Let's compare. A rhino weighs up to 2.5 tons. Ankylosaurus? Over 8 tons. Armadillos have segmented plates for flexibility. Ankylosaurus had domed armor designed to deflect bone-crushing bites. A crocodile's skin can resist sharp objects. Ankylosaurus had natural composite armor stronger than some synthetic materials used today in riot gear. Even the Glyptodon, a giant, extinct, armored mammal from South America, shared striking similarities. It too had a massive shell and tail club, but Ankylosaurus was heavier, tougher, and more weaponized. In terms of biomechanics and protection, Ankylosaurus was closer to a military vehicle than a biological organism. Its hollow dome-like plates and collagen mesh have inspired modern engineering, including impact-resistant composites. No predator today, not lions, not tigers, not even great white sharks, routinely face prey this well defended. Ankylosaurus wasn't just a dinosaur, it was an evolutionary anomaly. A tank with legs, teeth for vegetation, and a tail that could stop time for any predator foolish enough to get too close. Could an adult Ankylosaurus take down a T-Rex? On paper, yes. T-Rex had an enormous bite, up to 14,000 psi. If it got a clean strike on the neck or flipped Ankylosaurus over, it could win. But that's a big if. Ankylosaurus's defenses, combined with its tail, made that outcome highly uncertain. More likely, the two avoided each other. T-Rex preferred easier prey. Ankylosaurus didn't go looking for trouble, but in those rare moments when paths crossed, it must have been terrifying. A calculated stare down between two titans, where one wrong move meant death. Predator versus fortress. Claws versus club. A battle where even the king knew one wrong step could break the crown. 66 million years ago, fire rained from the sky. The asteroid impact that ended the age of dinosaurs didn't discriminate. T-Rex, Triceratops, Edmontosaurus, all gone. Ankylosaurus, for all its strength, couldn't stop climate collapse or starvation. With sunlight blocked and plant life dying, the armored titan starved, alongside the very predators it had once defied. But its legacy remains, not as the biggest, not as the deadliest, but as the most indestructible creature to ever roam the earth. Ankylosaurus didn't chase its enemies, it outlasted them. It was defense perfected, a prehistoric reminder that survival sometimes means standing your ground. But what if the ocean had a creature just as unstoppable? Don't miss our next video. What if Megalodon still ruled the ocean? Meet the shark that swallowed whales whole and may still lurk in the shadows of the deep.